Good morning, everyone. Welcome to This Day.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, February 6th, and it is National Girls and Women in Sports Day.
All right.
So we're going to show you some highlights of popular women in sports these days, and also a couple of our locals.
Very good. That'll be fun to look up. Now, on our show today, we have a couple guests on from the African American Heritage Club, and coming up at the city, they are having an event on February 19th, celebrating African American history, and we're going to tell you all about that. The Roberts Rule Study Club will be having their meeting coming up on Saturday, and Joan Milliman is here to tell us all about their topic. From the Old Pros, a couple folks coming on, and they're going to talk about their meeting coming up, and they're going to be having a very interesting speaker there, and they're also going to talk about their upcoming episode for their podcast. And of course, the Globe headlines, Erica Ritchie will be here.
All right, our first meeting and only meeting today is the third Landscape Committee meeting at 9:30 in the boardroom. All right, so National Girls and Women in Sports Day actually started out as National Women in Sports Day, not girls. I guess that was added later. Was in 1987 and was declared by President Ronald Reagan. Also, it recognizes the progress made by the Title IX amendment that was passed in 1972. Athletics play an important role in girls' lives. Besides helping to establish a routine for a healthy, active lifestyle, sports build confidence, leadership skills, and the ability to work with a team. But there is so much more to participating in sports. Women who participated in sports in school are more likely to graduate from college. According to an EY study, women increase their odds of leading leadership positions when they have a background in athletics. Now, girls develop lifelong, valuable relationships during their sports careers as well. It's not just serious business. Now, it also doesn't matter the sport, whether girls choose to be a part of the volleyball team or prefer to aim for a golf team or a basketball team. It doesn't matter. The health, leadership, and academic benefits develop with each one. Now, as you can see on there, we have a couple of sports teams, and then if you go to the next slide, we also are featuring a couple of our locals here. This is Ken's daughter, who plays basketball, and then the next slide will show you another couple of girls who play, and that is Paul's daughters. And then we also have my daughter, who played golf in high school. So it's awesome to see lots of girls participating in sports and getting outdoors. Right, Ken?
Yes, yeah, very good.
Encourage it.
Yeah, and that was fun time when my daughter played basketball. She played for like 5 seasons, and it really does. I think it really benefits them quite a bit. All right, we got some nice weather coming your way, at least for the next few days. And if you like some rain, we have some nice weather as well. But the next few days, we're going to warm up a bit, clear, and just absolutely beautiful out. As you can see, we're going to get up to about 69 degrees on Saturday. Now, the system is going to be dropping down a little bit sooner, so we are expecting on Sunday to have scattered rain throughout the day. It could, maybe be up to about a 1/4 inch, maybe a 1/2 inch. We'll see about that. But now it looks like it'll reach down here in this area by maybe about, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and then be on and off scattered showers, getting a little bit stronger as we get to the evening, but then tapering off into possibly Monday morning, and then we'll start to see things clear up. So nice for the next few days, and like I said, you like rain, I like rain, it'll be nice. And on Sunday, if you like that, we certainly need it, and we'll see how much we get though. But it's a good size system, but it's not a real strong one, so we'll see. Let's look around the area today. All the temperatures are up, looking really nice, averaging the mid-60s to slightly upper 60s. Big Bear up by, probably by about 8 degrees over yesterday, and Palm Springs warming back up again as well. So nice, pleasant, mild to warm over the next few days, warm for this time of the year, and then we'll drop that down by about 10 degrees or so, and that rain coming in on Sunday. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Jacobson McCall have created Agent 55, a real estate firm focused on 55-plus communities.
Agent 55 and the marketing technology allows us to deliver even more to buyers and sellers.
Everyone respects Kelly's over 30 years experience as a top sales producer and trusted expert within 55-plus communities.
Agent 55 has great knowledge of Laguna Woods.
Agent 55 offers something powerful and unique. We guarantee it. Ask us how.
Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
Hey, thanks for coming in on a weekend. It's not much, but I brought you a donut.
Oh, thanks. I already got one. Oh, it's AARP. Let me just...
Wait, are you joining AARP?
Actually, I just did.
Really? But you're not...
What, eligible? Yeah, I am. You are too, Mr. 50.
Well, yeah, technically, but I didn't think we were ready for AARP.
Then I guess you're not ready for all this.
Okay, I hear you. But is it worth it?
You tell me. I enrolled at 7:02, saved on concert tickets at 8:10, read a great article on investing at 9, found a sweet travel deal at 10:15. I used the caregiver finder for my dad, and done. Discounted movie tickets.
Hey, check out this great office stretch I found. I didn't know AARP offered all that. How much to join?
See for yourself.
That's all? For a year?
Which includes
The donut.
free with my morning coffee.
No way.
Way.
If you don't think instant benefits when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Join today for just $12 and get discounts from eye care to travel to entertainment. So many ways to save. Instant resources, tips, and tools to help manage your money, maximize your health, and so much more. AARP is mobile. Just the right offers find you at just the right time. And we hear you, so your voice will be heard. The world of AARP, yours today for just $12 for your first year, and that includes your spouse. And a subscription to AARP the magazine, plus this travel bag, absolutely free. It's not too soon. Don't miss out. Join AARP today.
Call 1-800-748-6813.
And join AARP for just $12 for your first year. You'll also get this travel bag free when you join.
Call 1-800-748-6813.
Or visit tryaarp.org.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Welcome back, and of course February is African American History Month, and today we have a couple guests from the African American Heritage Club that's going to talk about the event coming up at City Hall on February 19th. I'd like to welcome Dr. Fran Williams and also Willie Phillips. Nice to have you both here today.
Good to be here.
Well, it's nice to be here.
Yeah, and you know, every time around this time of the year, you come on and talk about some events that are happening. And this one is being done in conjunction with the city, so it's really nice what's going on.
It's being done by the city. This is not the African American Heritage Club doing
All right.
it. It's the city of Laguna Woods.
And you're involved with this, and also you as well, Willie. And this is going to be a poetry jam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you been to a poetry jam
I have not been to
anytime
it.
recently?
No, I have not.
Okay.
So what is this going to entail?
So it'll entail a lot of reading poetry.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at the use of words and how we as an African American community use words and have used it as tools for our very existence throughout history.
Right.
And so we'll present poetry from the past, poetry for the present, and among our residents here in Laguna Woods, we have many poets who have done their own work, Willie being one of them.
Very good. So,
And
Willie,
that's
how
why
did you
he's
get
here.
involved with this? I know Willie's been on with us in the past before with, what was it called, the Nazareth Bible Church?
Yes.
Am I right?
You're correct.
And it's great to have you back again. So you're a poet?
Well, that's one of the things that I do. I'm an emeritus bishop from Louisiana District Council of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the World. I've been a resident here for 5 years, but I saw a lot of injustices, racial tension when I was raised up in Louisiana, and that provoked me to start expressing myself in writings, and most of it ended up being poetry.
Very good. Now, are the folks that are going to be there, you're going to have different guests that read their poetry?
Yes.
Is that very good?
Well, we're having guests who are reading famous poets as well. It's a 3-part program.
Okay.
Part 1, it'll be poetry of the past. Part 2 will be poetry of the present. And part 3 is the original poetry by residents.
Very nice.
So-
Now, what about you? Do you write poetry?
I don't. I write, but I don't write poetry.
Okay.
But I have a deep appreciation for poetry, as I do for other writings
Right.
as well. And I will be emceeing the program. And we're looking at poetry, not only the writing of poetry and reading of poetry, but we'll have a presentation of poetry and song, for
Very good.
example, showing how the lyrics, the significance of some of the lyrics, what they meant, how we used it historically, and we'll have poetry and dance. And for that, and the whole program is a volunteer program, and the whole program has been sponsored by the city of Laguna Woods. Cooperating with us is UCI, and so the poetry and dance will be from the chief choreographer over at UCI, who will be on program dancing.
Very nice.
The poetry and music.
I think that's fantastic. So
Yeah.
will the music be going on as background to the poetry or unto itself?
For some of it.
Okay.
And it's all been the option for those who are readers, because some of the readers don't want to have music, feel that it's a distraction. Others do want music. In the case of the dancer, though, and I'm waiting for a decision, because the reader and the dancer have to get together and they will tell me how it's going to go.
Okay.
If they'll have music as a background, music and the reading, or if it will just be music, or if it'll be nothing. So,
And Willie, how many poems have you written over the years? Are you still doing this?
I still do it occasionally, around 350, 350 or
Wow.
so.
So is your poetry, not that I know a whole lot about poetry, but is it something more that is the kind of poetry that is in prose, or do you do it more story-driven? Is it based on your experiences?
It's based on my experience mostly. One of my favorites is a parody of Maya Angelou's "Why the Caged Bird Sing."
Oh, okay.
I have one, "The cage lion is still king."
Okay.
And then a lot of it is religiously founded,
Right.
about my mother and the trials that she went through. Some of the
Okay.
things that I went through coming up.
And again, you were raised in what part of Louisiana?
Shreveport, Louisiana,
Okay.
northern Louisiana.
All right. How long have you lived out here?
I've lived in Laguna Woods for 5 years, but I've been in California for about 40 years.
Okay. All right. So you're going to be doing a couple poems?
I'll be doing a couple of originals and maybe one of the past as well.
Okay, when you talk about the poems of the past, you're picking out things from 100 years ago or a couple hundred years ago?
We go back to the 1800s.
Okay.
And the poems of the past are significant in a number of ways. For example, most of us know that during the inauguration, more recently, Maya Angelou did a poetry reading.
Right.
Okay. Many people think that that's the first time that happened. But for George Washington's inauguration, a black woman poet did the reading for him.
Wow.
And so presenting some of her work, Phyllis Wheatley is her name, presenting some of her work in reading is an example of poetry of the past.
Okay.
You know, and some information about her.
Yeah.
When she first published, and, you know.
Very interesting. Now,
This is true for the other poets of the past as well. They are selected because their contribution, aside from the beauty of poetry, there was something significant that happened.
right. Now, how do you feel about this being, is this taught in schools and things like that? And I know African American history, I remember when I was in 5th grade a long time ago in the late 1960s, I was one of the first classes, so to speak, of that era where that came in. I remember that very, very clearly. We were one of the first classes to have that, our school district. Is that something that's...
Where were you in school?
Up in the Bay Area in San Mateo.
Here in California?
In California.
Okay.
Yeah, so 5th grade, whenever that was, 66, 67, I forget.
Listen to this, though. Historically, when there was segregation
Right.
in the South, we learned Black history. When integration came to be, it was eliminated.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
You would have thought it would have been just the opposite of that. Wow.
True.
Yeah.
And you have to take your period in history as, what are you going to use as your starting point?
Right. Yeah,
We
of course.
don't, as a people, we don't take slavery as a starting point.
Right.
Because for so many of us, we're not slaves.
Right, of course,
And
yeah.
just as I mentioned Phyllis Wheatley, a 7-year-old and publishing, that was at a time when learning to read was against the law
That's right.
in some areas.
Right.
So there's so much to it, you
Yeah,
know, and
there
looking
is.
at when you learn, when you're taught, when you're allowed
Yeah.
to do things.
There's a lot more to it.
Yeah,
Right.
so.
I want to remind people that, again, this is coming up on Wednesday, February 19th at the City from 5 to 7 p.m. It's going to be broadcast live on Channel 3. That is the City channel now. So if you want to tune in for that, or better yet, head on over to the City. It's a free event. There's going to be food and fun there. And by the way, if you can't see it on that day, we're going to be replaying it on Channel 3 at February 21st, 25th, and 27th at 7 p.m. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Fran, always good to see you.
Wonderful. Great seeing you.
Come back a little bit
Thank
sooner.
you.
It's been too long. Willie, good to see you
Good to
again.
see you again as
Yes. We'll be right back.
Okay.
There's
Hi, I'm Vince Ferragamo. I spent some of my best years as an NFL quarterback, but today I've got a new team, and we're helping seniors who spent their best years fighting for our country, defending our freedom, and informing the nation. Our hometown heroes need help. AgeWell Senior Services is their lifeline. Nonprofit AgeWell can do all of this because you care enough to give. Please join me in supporting AgeWell. Donate today.
Maxi Comfort from Golden is the most comfortable lift recliner in the world. Its patented technology glides smoothly into a variety of positions not found on most recliners. Everyone loves the programmable auto drive control. You can lift and recline, watch TV or sleep, and enjoy the feeling of weightlessness in zero gravity. Made by American workers and backed by the industry's best warranties. Feel relaxed in a Maxi Comfort lift recliner. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Hi, I'm Ann Mundell Noel, audiologist and owner of Amazing Hearing. As an audiologist, I have the education and expertise to assess, diagnose, and treat hearing loss. Hearing aids are only one part of the treatment process. The way we have been taught to fit, counsel, and use hearing therapy is what makes us different. Amazing Hearing, audiologists with the education, expertise, and empathy to change how you hear.
Over 25 years, we have worked hard to make Berlin Smile the premier dental office in Laguna Woods. We take the extra time to understand our patients' special needs and always perform the highest quality dental work at affordable prices in a relaxing and friendly environment. There is no need to refer our patients to anybody else. We perform everything from cleaning all the way to the implant and sinus surgeries all under one roof. Stop in or call and experience the brilliant smile difference.
At the Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback, you will always find a friendly face to guide you through your annual mammogram visit. Our staff, dedicated subspecialist breast radiologists, knowledge, and innovative technology await your visit to our center. With the Laguna Woods shuttle service right at our sidewalk, this convenient location offers you quick access for your appointment. You can expect nothing but the best for all your breast health needs at Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback.
Joan Milliman is with you right now, and coming up on this Saturday will be the Roberts Rules Study Club meeting. She is here to talk about, well, their topic for that day. Always good to see you.
Thank you, Ken.
Welcome back.
Nice to be
and
here.
We're talking about voting.
The vote, yeah, voting.
And, the vote at meetings. We're not talking about
not the current vote.
The current vote. But it's an interesting thing because one of the points that you gave me here is, when does it need to be a majority? When does it need to be 2/3 and so on?
Gets very confusing, and it's one of the most contested aspects of meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Because in order to get anything done, you've got to have a vote.
Right.
So what vote is required? Usually it's majority,
right,
which just means more than half.
Mm-hmm.
But often it's a 2/3 vote. And I figure 2/3 by multiplying the total by 0.66.
Yeah.
Then I get it, whatever, and they round it up to whatever.
Right.
But you should memorize how many 2/3
right.
are.
Yes.
So any vote that restricts somebody's right to participate, like limiting the debate or closing the debate, which is asking for the question,
mm-hmm,
or sometimes voting to suspend some kind of parliamentary rule, that it takes a 2/3 vote.
Okay.
There's another vote that's strange, the plurality vote.
Okay, and what is that?
And that is a vote that something gets the most votes. It isn't a majority, it's just the most. Like if you had candidates running, say 2 or 3 candidates running for the same position,
mm-hmm,
the person that gets the most votes wins.
Right.
Robert's Rules is pretty much against it, but in many cases, like in clubs, we just ignore it and just use the most. It's the winner in that case. Calculating a vote, it's usually the number present and voting are the ones that are counted.
Okay.
But in the bylaws, sometimes they say, no, the vote has to be based on the majority of members present. Oh, wait, there's a trick to this.
Yeah.
Or the majority of the membership. So, for example, you've got 200 members.
Mm-hmm.
100 members attend the meeting. 98 of them vote. Then it's 54, 48 against, and 2 abstain.
Okay.
Now comes the fun. If it's a majority vote, you need only 50 to pass.
Yes.
Because 98, half of 98 is 49.
Right.
All right. But if it's based on the majority of members present, you need 51. There are 100 members present.
Right.
Even though 98 vote.
Yeah.
And if it's a majority of the membership, you need 101.
Right.
So in 2 cases, that motion could have failed.
Yeah. And when does that come up? When it's
usually in the bylaws.
Okay.
And it depends on the kinds of things you're voting on.
All right.
For example, in our bylaws, you can't, a majority of the membership, 6,000 something, can oust a member of the board.
Right.
But you have to have that majority of the membership, which is huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes time, and you can't do it in one. So that's one example.
Okay.
And if people don't vote or abstain, those votes don't count. But so it's like a vote against. But if you have to have a majority of the members present, then the abstaining vote is really a vote against. It's voting not to push the vote forward.
Okay. All right.
So we encourage.
Wow, it's
complicated.
Yeah.
But we do it automatically. You know, it's because the tie vote is always a problem. 50-50. What happens? Well, they say the chair gets to break the tie. But what if the chairman has voted and it's a tie? The motion fails.
It fails, yeah.
Because there's no majority.
Okay.
So anytime there's no majority, that's what happens. The chair usually can act in a smaller group, can vote on anything. But in a larger group, they tend to stay back until there's a tie.
Okay, and now voting, there's different ways, by voice, raising of a hand, of course, electronically, all different ways.
Right. We usually use in board meetings, we used to just raise our hands. And the way the chair calls for it is all in favor, raise your right hand, hands down. All opposed, they should not say same sign, but they should say it again. Raise your right hand, hands down. We tend to ignore that by saying same sign, but Roberts is pretty strict about all this. And you've seen a lot of alternative ways of voting. What if you're talking about people coming to a convention and they're carrying votes for members back home.
Yes.
More than for themselves. So how are they going to stand or raise their hands? Are they going to say, 10 votes? No,
Right.
No, they're not going to do that.
Should we talk about the Iowa caucus? No.
No.
But they do
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But that's a very good example. I think there's maybe a lot of people who don't get how that works.
Yeah,
but it is technically a very archaic way of doing it.
Very archaic.
But it was a modern technology thing that was
At
the
that
glitch.
time,
that was
right.
funny. The standard way of doing it probably would have worked. But in there, they're going back to somebody's carrying a lot of votes, in a sense.
Right,
Yeah.
and I don't know how long that's going to continue, especially with the latest breakdown.
But that's how they do it, yeah.
And then we have weighted votes where a member represents in our case, board members represent over 500 people of each.
Right.
When we do corporate voting.
Right.
Then their vote, that's why you see, thousands instead of ones and twos on the board. They're really representing a huge group.
Right.
And then there's finally the proxy vote where you're carrying a vote for someone else. You have their proxy.
Yeah.
So let me explain. You've seen a lot of the roll call vote on TV, and we do it occasionally here. The roll call in Congress is very formal. They call your name, you say yay or nay, or not nay anymore, but yes, yay or no.
Okay.
And they put it down on a machine, and you can see the results right away.
Yeah.
Then, of course, there is, we use an electronic vote now in the boards. So you push a button in front of you, and it shows right away who voted for or against. And then many people are used to machine votes in the ballot box. in some of the larger congregations, some of the larger meetings, they use voting cards, colored cards, and you can just hold your card up because you can't be seen just raising your hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes you vote by telephone, but that has to be authorized. And if everybody agrees to it, that's okay. The ballot vote's another way. Usually that means the vote is secret. So the ballot is either can be mailed to you and you put it in an envelope and mail it back. That's another way of voting, but you usually put it in 2 envelopes.
Right.
It keeps it absolutely secret. Or it's on a piece of paper and someone collects it, no one else sees your vote until it's counted. The proxy is probably the most interesting. When you have someone requesting to vote, they're not going to be at the meeting, they ask you to vote for them.
Right.
And they give you their proxy, literally a piece of paper saying, Sam can vote for me.
Right, and this happens if anyone's familiar, you own stock, that corporation will send you something out, and it's called a proxy vote. You may do it online. And then at the corporate members meeting for that corporation, the secretary or whoever it is saying, I have,
so many proxies,
a few 100,000 proxies for this or that or whatever it might be. But it even says on there, your proxy vote. Yeah.
And the proxies can be, there's several different kinds of proxies.
Yeah.
You can have a general proxy, meaning you can vote whatever way you want on whatever thing in the meeting for that person.
Yeah.
Or you're limited. A limited proxy, you can only vote on certain issues at the meeting. But again, your vote not directed. Then there is the directed vote, which you have to vote the way the absentee is, and then there's a limited directed vote.
So there's a lot to this.
So you can vote on certain issues as directed. Sometimes you have a proxy just to make up a quorum. You can't vote on anything, you're just there.
Yeah.
So there's lots of things that can be confusing, but the person who voted by proxy can't change their vote. For example, a vote comes up and then somebody objects to the exact vote and they might have an amendment. You can't change your vote.
Okay.
You have to be for the original, so it's confusing.
All
Anyway,
right.
that's what's going to be
That's the
happening
meeting
on
coming
Saturday.
up. Saturday at 9 a.m., and that will be at the Towers Key Club room. So if you would like to head on over there, you certainly can. You'll talk more about this.
Talk more about that and any other problems you have with
All
Robert's
right.
rules.
Joan,
Thanks,
good to see
Ken.
you. You
Thanks
take
so
care.
much.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
Vacation where you live. The Towers offers the amenities and services of a hotel, daily lunches and three-course dinners, weekly housekeeping, spacious floor plans with panoramic views, on-site maintenance, daily activities, and a 24-hour reception desk. Visit us at towers@lagunawoodsvillage.com.
Individual care, specialized care. At Harvard Eye Associates, we care about your vision and quality of life. our trusted doctors provide a wide range of multi-specialty services for the treatment of medical eye conditions, all within one practice. Come join the Circle of Care at Harvard Eye Associates, where the future of vision is today.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third act of life. Sign up today.
Welcome back. Well, we have the old pros here. We have Sestina and Sunita and Chris here, who are gonna. We were talking right before we came on, and you were telling me about the Oscars, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to talk about that later because that is coming up this weekend.
It is.
And then you have some exciting stuff that's going on with gosh, what's it called? I'm sorry, the Radio
Old
Hour.
Pros
the
Radio Hour,
Okay.
yes.
So, all right, well, let's first of all, tell me what it's all about, the whole radio thing going on.
Sure. The Old Pros Radio Hour is a series of podcasts written and read by Laguna Woods residents.
Right.
And you know, Lisa, our Laguna Woods residents come from many different walks of life with very rich and vibrant experiences. And they have many extraordinary stories to tell us. Our Old Pros Radio Hour is a series of such podcasts. And the beauty is you can listen to these podcasts wherever, whenever, because guess what? It's all via the internet.
It's amazing.
And who doesn't have the internet today, right?
Well, you'd be surprised. There is still some people, but I'd say 99% of the people do
there
have it,
you
right?
go.
Okay.
That works for us. So all you need to do is go to ocoldpros.org, and you will see a blue icon, Old Pros Radio Hour.
Okay.
Click on it, and you will be able to listen to all the audio programs, the podcasts that we broadcast. Also, you can listen to these podcasts on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify.
Right.
A new episode we broadcast every Friday. And guess at what time? 1 a.m.
1 a.m. Oh,
so,
boy. People staying up?
Just in time for you to wake up, hold your cup of coffee,
1 a.m.
and listen to Old Pros Radio.
Oh, my heavens. Or if you
How
can't
about
sleep,
that?
you just grab your
There
glass
you
of
go.
wine and you can just listen at 1 a.m.
Right, absolutely. And we already have 16 episodes posted.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great job with that.
Thank you.
And very exciting. We've got a 3-week celebration of Valentine's Day where you guys are going to start. It's February 7th, 14th, and 21st. Now tell us what's going to happen with that.
Wonderful. That's our show. Well, February, as we all know, is a month of love and romance. So Old Pros presents our February special called Love is in the Air. As you said, it's a 3-week celebration of Valentine's Day. We bring you short program of poems, entertaining stories, Shakespeare, Pushkin, and much, much more. And of course, we intertwine that with beautiful romantic music.
Oh, is that going to be played live on your broadcast?
Yes, yes.
Fantastic.
So,
who's performing?
Oh, we have different artists, actors. What we do, Lisa, is we have, short little pieces, and we record those pieces in the Video Club studio.
Oh, that's right, yes. Yes.
Then we edit those pieces and put them all together into one episode.
Fantastic. That's a lot of work.
It is, but we love it. Every Saturday morning, we are at the studio, rain or shine, we are there.
Excellent.
These episodes are typically around 30 minutes.
Okay, nice.
So we want everybody to enjoy our special February special. Love is in the air. Enjoy, muse over your past romances.
Oh dear. Wow, you are excited.
Hold your lover's hand and cherish the present.
Gosh, I'm blushing just with all that. You're adorable.
Don't forget, it's tomorrow, 1 a.m.
1 a.m. Set your clocks.
Right.
Set that alarm to scare the living daylights out of you at 12:45.
But don't forget the following 2 Fridays as well, February 14th and February 21st.
That's great.
Love is in the air.
Oh boy, let me get you a flower. She's so funny. All right, Chris, what do you have on what's coming up?
Beside Love is in the Air in February, we are also celebrating Black History Month.
Right.
Which you have discussed earlier today. And in celebration of that, the Old Pros program this coming week, which will be on Thursday the 13th, is a memorial program called A Conversation with Maya Angelou.
Okay.
And the person who is reading Maya Angelou will be Clara Baker, who I swear, you guys, if you shut your eyes, you will believe that Maya is on the stage.
Wow, that's
and
cool.
she does a wonderful job in describing Maya's life, and but even more in reading many of her most famous and legendary poems during this interview. Carol Shalin will be interviewing her and eliciting all of the story of this amazing woman's life.
Right.
I mean, well, please come to the program and you will know what Maya Angelou actually did in her life.
Right.
An amazing, amazing person.
And that's going to be on Thursday, February 13th.
The 13th.
And it's at 5:30. When do you start? Is the reading or is the interview going to start at 6?
No, it'll probably be about 5:45. We have a little bit of business. But very little bit of business.
Okay,
and
so get there at 5:30.
Get there at
seated and do
5:30,
your thing.
exactly.
Okay. And that's in Clubhouse 7.
Clubhouse 7.
Okay.
And actually, if you are a member, the meetings are free. If you are not a member, as a guest, you pay $5, and I tell you, that's a deal.
Oh, yeah.
And this year in particular, the Old Pros since we will not be able to do any stage plays since the PAC will be renovated, we'll be doing these kinds of programs every month. In fact, I want to come on your program and talk about the march.
Okay, well, we can set that up. And there's one more other exciting thing, because we've got the Oscars this weekend, and you have some folks that are going to be doing the red carpet this year.
Well, Sunday on the red carpet will be some very, very special stars.
Right.
And you can go along the red carpet and interview them, and I tell you, they'll probably speak to you just as if they really were that star.
Well, gosh, give me a hint. Who is coming?
Well, we have Marilyn.
Oh, she's back again.
We have Barbara.
Barbara
Streisand.
Streisand. Oh, yes.
And we have Mae West, I believe, is going to
Isn't
be
it amazing?
there.
They're all coming back from the dead. It's just amazing.
But we do have a new guy.
Oh, you do?
The Joker will be there.
Oh, no, that's
I mean, he may actually
that is
get
amazing.
the Oscar, so
That'll
we may
be
have
fun.
Great.
Well, I look forward to hearing about that one, and that's on Sunday, February 9th. So.
Right.
Super. Well, thank you, ladies. Very nice to see you both, and have a great time with your radio program, and also the Oscars this Sunday. All right.
Thank you. So
You're welcome.
everybody enjoy our Love is in the Air.
All right, we will.
And come see Maya.
Okay, thank you. All right, I just wanted to let you know that if you have any questions or you're interested in the OC Pros, you just go to ocoldpros.org. We'll be right back.
What lies inside all of us is more than data. It's life. What's flowing through America's veins is its diversity. We ask for 1 million individuals to come forward and stand on this landmark in history. All of us are different, and it's those very differences that will lead to answers for generations to come.
Under the RadNet umbrella, prostate imaging is one of our most important men's health initiatives. We have an exclusive team of prostate-dedicated radiologists that read thousands of images from all around the globe. These radiologists are utilizing advanced technologies such as prostate MRI, which offers some of the most detailed visual representations of the prostate gland. When it comes to men's health issues, listen to your body and take a proactive approach. Talk to your doctor, begin screening, and take charge of your health.
David's in jail? Where?
Here in San Antonio, ma'am. I'm David's lawyer, and I'm trying to get him out of jail.
Well, what do you need me to do?
Why, $700, or better yet, send me a credit card number and I'll get him out of jail immediately.
When in doubt, hang up. Scammers will find family facts for an emotional effect.
Oh, can I talk to him?
I'm sorry, ma'am. He's in jail. If you want to get him out, you got to get me $700 immediately.
If at all in doubt, hang up. It could save you from financial ruin.
At our new Memorial Wave Imaging Center in Laguna Woods, formerly Orange County Diagnostics, you can expect the same precise imaging, multiple modalities for your imaging needs, and the same friendly staff with medical providers like Dr. Syed Sharakni. The Laguna Woods Transportation Service offers convenient access right to our door, and we continue to provide the care and compassion that you expect from our new Wave Laguna Woods location.
All right, well, we have the Globe headlines right now with Erica Ritchie. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You got some good stuff for us.
I do, absolutely. Good morning, villagers. How are you today? So I wonder how many people came out to see Elvis Presley.
I don't know.
Yeah, apparently it was the largest show, the largest turnout they've ever had.
Oh, man.
He came to Clubhouse 2 on Friday, wore his jumpsuit, it was the whole, white T-shirt jumpsuit thing, and sang a bunch of songs that Elvis sings, rockabilly songs like Don't Be Cruel, Can't Help Falling in Love, and Are You Lonesome Tonight? And people just loved it. And it was, according to the club, it was the largest turnout they've ever had. I guess in past, their turnout has been around 150. In this case, they had 250 people who came out.
Great.
So he sang his songs, and he also actually talked about some of Elvis's life.
Oh, that's nice.
and put some details in about kind of made it more personal.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that was a very awesome experience for those that came out to that.
That's cool.
And then moving on, we've got that story is on the cover of the Globe today, so that's our highlighted story, and I'm sure there's lots of fun pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Then for people who are go golfing, the golf range over at Gate 16 is going to have some improvements. It's going to cost the Golden Rain Foundation about over $518,000, which is going to be paid back in about 4 years, they expect. Some of the improvements are going to be new turf, and there's also going to be a smart irrigation system that's put in. So that'll improve things, I'm sure, for golfers.
Water and things like that.
Golfers keep the grass nice and straight and even. And now the people who are using the range, though, will see some increases. And so that's for bucket of balls. So depending on small, medium, and large, the price is going to go up. If you pay $1 right now for a small bucket, you'll be paying $2, et cetera. For the large, it's going to be from $4 to $6. So there is some repercussion from the improvements, but you know, if you've got a nicer range, maybe you don't mind paying a little bit more, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
For that. So yeah, so folks who golf should be happy about that. Then this is kind of neat. So in Laguna Beach, there's a Catmosphere. It's called the Catmosphere. Have you ever been there?
No.
No. So it's on Forest Avenue, and it's a kind of a boutique cafe. And in addition, it's also a cat shelter. So it's like, so you go there, you have coffee, you have whatever, you know, sandwiches, salads. And then if you're interested in cats, or if you just like cats, you can go over to the lounge and hang out and play with them. Or otherwise, you can consider adopting one.
Oh, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. So
I've heard about the puppies and the goats, and now we have cats.
Yeah, the Catmosphere it's called. It's
the Catmosphere,
yeah.
okay.
Yes.
That sounds great.
And it's actually rated by the Travel Channel as the #1 destination to go.
Wow.
Yeah. So the reason I'm bringing the whole thing up is that the owner, Gail Landau, is going to be the speaker at the Cat Club this month.
Oh, nice.
On February 12th, she's going to be there. And that event starts at 1:30. And so that'll be so interesting. So not only for cat lovers, but anyone who's hanging out in Laguna Beach, maybe going down to the beach, etc., you know, walking up and down Forest Avenue, you don't know what to do. Then there's an opportunity to go cuddle with some kitties and have a cup of coffee while you're there. Now, of course, if you're allergic to cats, that might not be
a good idea, right?
That might not be the place to go, right? Now, also for those of us who are interested in quilting,
okay,
the Crazy Quilters Club of Laguna Woods is starting a 5-month workshop.
Okay.
And you get all of the tools and things that you need to make a quilt. One of the prerequisites is that you do need to know how to sew.
Okay.
And so over a period of over the next 5 months, you're going to learn everything you need to do to make a quilt. And at the end of the workshop, you will have a brand new quilt.
That's
and
beautiful.
All made by yourself. Yeah, that's
Nice.
cool. There's some neat artwork that people do. You know, the quilting that I've seen, I mean, like, it's amazing. Some of it, it's like you could literally frame it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So that might be something fun for people to check out now over the next few months.
Yes.
Lastly, we have our letters.
Okay.
And this week's topics include VMS financial reports, praise for a landscape supervisor, a request for support from the film club, and then a letter that we have in response to our discussion last week of the stolen golf cart. You recall what happened with that, right?
Yes.
Where the guy had noticed his golf cart was missing, ended up doing a little sleuthing with the help of LAPD, found the golf cart, and then there was the advice of you might want to buy a lock for the steering wheel.
Right.
So this, in our letter this week, John Hatay writes, on Friday, January 31st, when I went to fetch my cart parked in the cul-de-sac, I noticed that the cart cover was on and in an unfamiliar fashion. So he knows how he normally puts it on, and it seemed a bit askew. So I always make a point to have the zipper side that opens the cover facing the front of the cart. When I saw the zipper side, he says, facing sideways, oh no, what happened, I wonder? Was it gone? No. Fortunately, he said he had a chain link lock that covered the steering wheel, so the cart was still there.
Right.
But the idea is that somebody obviously might have been doing a little
they're looking for them.
testing to see if they could get into it. So so that was a very good letter in response, and that's at least people are definitely taking heed of what the sheriff's department said about being safer with their carts.
Right.
And then in other interesting news, military news, which I always like to report, I did not
Oh,
I know.
Because you talked to us last week
I
about
know,
the F-35.
I know. I didn't get to go fly. No, because I ended up having to, just breaking news, how it goes, right?
Right.
So you think you have one assignment, exciting, ended up being something else. Well, so I went down to the Seal Beach Naval Weapons Station.
Oh, okay.
And they've got a huge project there, $5 million project to relocate their ammunition pier. So basically the weapons station is the location where all of the boats from the Pacific Fleet come and get their armaments, right? They either unload or load them on. So I went down there to check out the changes that are happening with the ammunition pier, but they also did a security drill.
Right.
So we basically watched a live shooter event and kind of got a sense of how they prepare for that type of thing. And in the wake of the recent shootings in Pearl Harbor and Pensacola, Florida, you know, that's something obviously that's of great concern that people need to know about. So that was a fun experience. That I think will be in the Globe next week.
Okay, good. So we'll have some photos from
Yes.
that. Okay, perfect, perfect. Well, thank you so much. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate you being
Yes,
here with us.
yes.
You always have great stuff.
All right, thank you.
All right. And remember that when you would like to get your copy of the Globe, you have to go on Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. to the Community Services Building on the first floor. We'll be right back.
The best workout machine is one that will get you results fast and is one that you'll actually want to do. Introducing the Body Power Step Track, the affordable 2-in-1 alternative that puts you ahead of the curve. With the Curve Crank technology, it's designed to combine cardio and strength training into one machine. Step Track gives you 8 levels of magnetic resistance and is professional designed with high-intensity training workouts that take just 12 minutes a day. So what do you have to lose besides your excuses? Step up and get ahead of the curve.
You want me to help put you in the state attorney general's office? I do. There's something that I need in return. Name it. Taylor Mason. I want them in a cell.
Take them out.
This I do.
Get with it, people. Have fun storming the castle.
New episodes, only on Showtime.
Well, as I was saying earlier, we got some nice weather coming up for the next few days, warming up a bit today, tomorrow, and also Saturday. Then we're going to dip down and get some rain in on Sunday. We need the rain. It's too bad it's on Oscar Sunday for the people up there. But we're now looking at maybe scattered light rain throughout the day on Sunday, and that could spill over into Monday as well.
Well, good.
A lot cooler.
It is a lot cooler. Yeah, I can't believe it.
That's
All right,
fine,
so
though.
tomorrow on our show, we've got United Mutual Update with Cash. We have the Sterling Financial folks here to tell you all about money and investing. And then we've got the Lutheran Heritage Club, and they've got an event that's coming up. So sounds good. Have a great day in the Village, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.